against Friar Juan Roman. And what an intriguing matchup this is, Rock. We have a former EWF world champion in there, in Friar Juan Roman, who's still very hungry, still very much in the prime of his career, going up against the Super Beetle, this young up-and-comer who's been on this extraordinary winning streak. And these fans, they just love him.
Well, they're ridiculous the same as he is. No, just be quiet. Get a professional wrestler versus a dancer. This is ridiculous. Juan Ramon, just back from a devastating injury. It would have put other people out of the professional wrestling business for life, but he's back.
Well, I don't think anybody's arguing about the caliber of wrestler Friar Juan Ramon is. We all know how smart he is, how cerebral he is. He's always a step ahead of his competitor. But this Super Beetle, he just seems to be something special.
Well, yes, we can use the word special as in special education.
He's getting it in the head here of a former EWF world champion.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
What is this?
Listen.
Listen to me. I came to wrestle, okay? Not to dance. If you want to dance, you should go to the nightclub or you should go to the table dance. Pero aquí se debe luchar, pero y yo soy tu padre y te voy a enseñar eso. Escucha bien lo que te estoy diciendo. Get back in the ring, perro. Get back in, don't get counted out.
And Friar Juan Roman is in danger here of getting counted out. So frustrated, he had to go on that verbal tirade there on the microphone.
That's psychological warfare.
Well, I think both athletes here have been using that quite a bit. Oh, what a drop kick! Out of nowhere, the Super Beetle. What elevation! And I don't know if this is the matchup Friar Juan Roman wanted or had in mind coming back from this devastating injury. Oh, but there it is. As I mentioned, he always seems like he's 2 steps ahead. And there it is. And into the turnbuckle goes the Super Beetle. Friar Juan Roman in firm control.
For 8 months, Friar Juan Ramon has been at the monastery. He's been studying more spiritual principles and...
Heavy chop there from Friar Juan Roman. These heavy principles he's been studying, Rock, as you mentioned.
The monastery is at the top of a...
some chop in there.
Monastery is at the very top of a very tall mountain. I know where it is. I will not say. But watch this. The Friar is better than ever.
Well,
I predict victory. I predict victory.
I would have to predict the same. I mean, we're talking about a former EWF world champion and a very effective one who's still in the prime of his career. And while the Super Beetle's had a tremendous run here, I mean, Friar Juan Ramon is a definite step up in class here for the Super Beetle here this evening at the EWF arena.
Juan Ramon, one of the best in the world right now.
Absolutely. And into the ropes goes the Super Beetle. Oh, and the Friar. Oh! Tilt-to-will backbreaker.
Whoa.
And the Beetle in all sorts of trouble.
He's finished. That could be the end right there.
And that could be the end of the run here, the end of the road here for the Super Beetle. Nobody would blame him. What a devastating backbreaker. Oh, 1 count only.
Super Beetle, very unorthodox.
Extremely.
I believe he's from Azul City, Argentina.
Yeah, he's from Azul City, the Blue City, which fits his ring attire and his music as well, which is talks about blue. Hey, oh, come on, referee! Referee Mickey Moreno's got his back turned here, and Friar Juan Ramon, come on! He's such a great athlete. He doesn't need to do that.
Do you know why he does that? Because it's fun. It's psychological warfare. he's not only going to just simply beat Super Beetle, he's going to embarrass him. I love it. 1, 2, 3, there you go.
Just dump Super Beetle on his head there. And very unlucky not to get a 3 count there. And as you predicted, Rock, Friar Juan in firm control of this matchup here this evening.
Oh my gosh.
And he just drops that elbow on him. Big elbow there. And he's going for another. Oh! And Super Beetle gets out of the way this time around. And Friar Juan measuring him up again. He better watch it. Oh, he missed again! And this Super Beetle, he's quite vexing. He just... Oh! And Friar Juan missed his swift descent on. And Riddle's so frustrated he had to get up from his chair.
That's hard to watch.
His friend there, your buddy there, is in trouble. Oh, downward driver! That could be it!
Nope.
Oh, 2.5. I thought the Super Beetle had him beat with that downward driver there. Oh! Juan Ramon might have just taken his head off there.
Beautiful. That boy's not going to get up.
No, I don't think so.
That's it. 1, 2, 3.
Oh! 2 count only.
Super Beetle, very good for someone who's only been wrestling for a short time. I think he's been in, what, less than 2 years? Something of that sort?
Yeah. We're not quite sure about his identity. It's kind of a mystery, but yeah.
We know his eyewear. Very famous. Everywhere I look, I see those glasses, those famous glasses. I see them in the audience here.
He's a phenomenon, let me tell you. This Super Beetle, he is a phenomenon here in the EWF. And here he comes, working up to his feet here, trying to get this crowd here at the EWF Arena behind him. He's got quite the task here this evening, going up against Friar Juan Ramon, a former EWF World Champion.
He's out on his feet.
He's got him up there on that fireman's carry. Oh, whoa! Big elbows here from the Super Beetle. Oh, no. Oh, STO! That's gonna do it!
Oh, no.
That STO! Oh! I thought the Super Beetle pulled off the upset of upsets there. And Beetle, with this crowd getting completely behind him, is going high risk. High risk comes high reward. We'll find out. Oh, what a crossbody! That's got to do it. 1, 2, oh! What are you doing, man? And I thought the Super Beetle had him on that tremendous crossbody. Oh, big boot from Friar Juan Ramon.
Cover him. 1, 2, 3. Watch.
He has that heart of a champion. He's showing it there. We know what he's made out of. He is a tough individual. And the Beetle's got to come up with something special here to beat him. Big forearm strike here from Friar Juan Ramon. He's got him up. Scoop slam.
Wow.
I think he's mad about the count here. Friar Juan Ramon on referee Mickey Marino for being a bit slow.
The referee is brilliant, but he's slow. He's doing a slow count. That's my perception of it.
Well, Friar Juan definitely agrees with you. I don't know if I feel the same way. And
well, if you don't know how you feel, who knows how you feel?
Oh, and a big suplex there from Friar Juan. I think he's got Super Beetle. Oh!
Hey, count
only.
Speed up the count, jeez.
And Friar Juan Ramon furious at the referee. He's claiming that the count's just been way too slow. Oh, wait a second here.